Thanks for joining us here at Agri-Pulse.com. I'm Spencer Chase, joined now with Dr. Margaret Zeigler, the Executive Director of the Global Harvest Initiative. And Dr. Zeigler, you were on a panel discussion, also delivered some remarks here at the Agri-Pulse Ag and Food Policy Summit. Just wondering, what was the message you really wanted to convey as a panelist and as a presenter here at the summit?
Yeah, well, I think we are at a crossroads right now in U.S. food and agriculture. I think we've got some really exciting paths before us. I am, I think, a bit concerned that we're not paying attention to some very important things. Oftentimes they don't get a lot of attention, and this would be making sure that we continue our investments in public agriculture and research and development and extension, so that we have solid innovation for the future that we can use in terms of partnering with the private sector.
It seems like a lot of the focus in the agricultural policy conversation is on some long-term things, but a lot of short-term things. What are we doing about trade policy right now? What are we doing about the current farm bill? Why is it important for agriculture to also focus on long-term things like research and technology investment?
Yeah, well, research and development really oftentimes takes between 10 and 20 years for some of these innovations and discoveries to eventually get to a place where they can even be picked up by the private sector. So we need to start now, and unfortunately over the last decade our investments have begun to stagnate in terms of public investments. We also need to make sure that we remain competitive globally. Countries like China are investing more than we are. In fact, China has recently overtaken the United States in terms of the real dollars invested in research and development, and they're now outspending us by 2 to 1. So it doesn't represent a huge chunk of the ag budget or the farm bill outlays, but we think that it's a very vital part of the conversation, and we need to make sure that it's paid attention to.
There's a number of large commodity groups, large agricultural organizations that are present and participating in the dialogue here at this event. Why is it important for the Global Harvest Initiative to be one of those groups?
Well, GHI brings a perspective to this from a collaborative approach. So we have member companies that are from all parts of the value chain. We also have members that are from the public sector and from NGOs and international development institutions. So together we bring a slightly different message. We bring that long-term focus to this endeavor, making sure that we have productive and sustainable agriculture for the future. And we focus not only on the U.S., but on global agriculture. So our focus is really on talking about the benefits of productivity in agriculture, not just production, but productivity, which means producing more, using resources carefully and wisely, and making sure that those translate into benefits for consumers and farmers and the environment.
Dr. Zeigler, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.